y'all, and welcome back to Apron Strings. Whew, Christmas is over. Take a big old deep breath and march on for a few days. We had a wonderful Christmas. All the kids were here except for Richard. He didn't feel like coming. He didn't come any of the days, but they came and ate and played games and made memories, and we just had a wonderful time. So now I'm kind of tired of all those sweets and cookies and candies, which I didn't eat much of that. You want to know what we had for Christmas dinner? I made seafood gumbo that had shrimp, chicken, and andouille sausage in it that my friends brought to me from Louisiana. And then my son brought barbecued brisket and sausage links that he had too much catered for his son's wedding, my grandson, in September. So he just vacuum sealed it and froze it. So I fixed the trimmings to go with the barbecue, potato salad and beans, and I had jalapenos and peppers and onions and all. So we had an unusual but a delicious Christmas dinner. And then of course we had it the next day too. So now I'm going to make us a Mexican casserole just to get on with normal life around here, because y'all know how I like Mexican food. This one's not hard, and it'll come together really quick, and I'll get it baked. And because I've been gone for 8 days, I'm going to try to get this one edited and run to town and upload it, because I've told y'all if I upload them here at my house, it can take 8 to 10 hours and sometimes more. But I can drive 5 miles into town and park somewhere that has free Wi-Fi, and it'll upload in 10 minutes. So y'all will probably be getting this sometime today, which is Wednesday. The last Wednesday of 2021, we're going to eat Mexican food. Y'all gather on over to the butcher block. Let me show you what's going in it, and we'll get it going. And then I can get it in the June oven. And by the way, I talk about that June oven all the time. I was watching America's Test Kitchen on YouTube, and the June oven was the top smart oven, or that, countertop oven of 2021 of the ones that they tested. So it's a pretty good little jewel to have in your kitchen if you can just save your pennies up to get you one. Anyhow, I put a plug in for something that I don't even get a kickback on, but I love my June oven. So I've got it preheating to 325, and we're going to get over here and get all the rest of it going so we can have lunch here in a little bit. Okay, the first thing we're going to do is brown some hamburger meat, and I've got about a pound in this package. And I'm just going to put my stand pan on medium-low, and again, it's frozen. I do that. So I'm going to have to thaw the hamburger meat and then brown it. So I'll bring y'all back when it gets thawed, and we'll go to the next step. And my hamburger meat is thawed and browned pretty well. So I'm going to add 1 medium onion that I've chopped and put it in there, and I don't want to caramelize it. I just want it to get tender, and when it does, then we'll add the rest of the ingredients and get the casserole ready to go in the oven. My meat is very doesn't have much fat in it. It's 90-10, so I'm going to add a little olive oil where that onion will cook more quickly. I've been wanting the pot from stove that looks like a tomato, and I've been watching and waiting to see if they put it on sale, because all of these pots were discounted drastically. I'm not paying the full price. And I looked and I whined because it wasn't on sale. Well, I didn't realize Troy was listening to my woes. And he had April order me that tomato stove pot for Christmas. And although Williams-Sonoma is still showing it for sale on every ad, it's back ordered. So I'll get my Christmas gift from him in January, and I'll show y'all, because I'll put a big old pot of soup in it. I think it's a 3.5 quart, but I just love it. I've got the pumpkin one from years ago, and now I have my tomato one. April got me, what all did she get me? Some new shoes that I've been wanting, some red flats, and quite a bit of Estee Lauder face cream and stuff that I use. And probably something that I'm forgetting. My son brought me a big, and y'all will see it, like a 4-foot tall rooster for the backyard. And he brought us some of his fresh grain-fed hamburger meat, frozen. He brought me a trash can that you just put your hand in front of it and the lid raises up and opens. And some canning jars, because he found some boxes of wide-mouth quartz and he knew I had trouble finding them. What else did he bring me? What do you think? And my grandson, Richard, that y'all heard me talk about him a whole bunch, because he's here a lot. Now I've got, you know, a few grandsons, but Richard and Jordan are the ones that are here the most. But Richard bought me the Yeti Rhodey in the burgundy red color. Oh my goodness. You talk about spoiling his Nana. And so I'll be using that when I go to the store to keep my stuff frozen. And if I take a little road trip, take me some truck food with me. That's what we used to call it. My daddy would pick up cans for a hobby and for exercise after he retired. And he always had bags of chips and jars of peanuts, and we called it his truck food. So I'll have me some good truck food back there in my Yeti Rhodey ice chest when I go somewhere. But you know what? The gifts are wonderful and nice. But it was awesome to have all of my family here, except we missed Richard. And he's the one that likes to eat the most, but he's not able to eat a whole lot right now. We need to pray for him. He's not doing well at all. But anyhow, we did have a good Christmas. The kids all had fun. So we're marching on into the new year, hoping it's better than last year with less sickness and a lot more fun. So let me get over here and stir these onions and this meat. And then I got to open some cans of stuff. Get it all poured together, and we'll have us a good meal here directly. Doesn't take long when the meat's already warm to kind of sweat those onions down where they'll be soft. Now once they get real soft, I'm going to need to add in a package of taco mix. Now I buy my taco mix, instead of the packages, I get the big container at Sam's, and 3 to 4 tablespoons is equal to 1 packet. So the recipe didn't call for my secret ingredients, onion and garlic powder, but I got me a little bit of that in here too. Got about a teaspoon of garlic powder and a tablespoon of onion powder. Then we need a can of the Rotel tomatoes, which is simply tomatoes with green chilies. So if y'all can't find these where you live, get you a can of tomatoes and a little can of those chopped green chilies, and it'll be almost the same. So I'm going to get them open. April and Lauren organized my pantry the other day, and they went through and they wrote on the top of every can the expiration date. This is 9/22. And put them in the cabinet with the ones that need to be used first up to the front. That sure did help a bunch. Okay, now what the canned goods we're going to use is Rotel tomatoes. Can y'all see that? Ranch style beans, which is just chili beans. That's a brand. So whatever brand of chili beans you have in your area, going to work just fine. And we need a can of cream of chicken soup. We need a couple of cups of grated cheddar cheese, and because what I had out there was sharp cheddar, that's what I'm going to be using. I really prefer. The onions are pretty tender. What we're going to do is add in our can of tomatoes, and like I said, I'm using Rotel. Our can of ranch style beans. Get us a spatula. I don't know if that'll fit down in there or not. Stir that around. Get a little liquid mixed all in here. And just a jiffy, I'll bring the camera over here and let y'all see what all we've got going. Okay, I've got the meat and the onions, the beans, and the tomatoes in here simmering. Now I'm going to add the cream of chicken soup and my seasoning, which is the taco mix, 1 package of taco mix, and I added onion and garlic powder to it. The reason there's no salt is because your saltiness is in the taco mix. So let me get my seasoning in, and then we'll add the cream of chicken. Let's get this all mixed in with the meat. I like for it to be seasoned well. Now if you like it spicy, you could chop you up seed and core a jalapeno pepper and dice it real small and put it in here. That would be good. I would like that. I like spicy stuff. Okay, got that heated through really good. Really well, if you want to be proper. I'm going to get my cream of chicken soup in. Now, there's some things that I like name brand on, but the cream of chicken soup, I have found that the grocery store brand to me is just as good as the Camel's, and so I generally, now if Camel's is on sale just as cheap as theirs, I'll buy it, of course, but basically I use what I can get the cheapest in the cream of soups. I haven't made my own. I know you can. Maybe one day I will, but so far that hadn't been something that I've done. Let me taste it just to be sure that I kind of like what I got here. Yeah, that's good. Okay, the thing that we need to do now is we need to crush a bag of tortilla chips, Doritos around here. So we're gonna layer it. I'm going to put a few of these on the bottom, and I have sprayed my casserole dish with kitchen spray. Now you could use the seasoned tortilla chips. I'm just using plain. And I'm going to sprinkle a little bit of cheese over the chips. And then I'm going to spoon in some of my meat mixture. Makes a really good Mexican meat pie is what it basically comes down to. About half of it is what you're wanting to put in here. This is equivalent to a 9x13 baking pan. This is my Pampered Chef. Put a little more in that corner. Can y'all see my pan? I think you can. Then I'm going to sprinkle a little bit more cheese on the top of that. Now you could use that 5-cheese Mexican blend. You can get already shredded at the store. And I usually have that, but for some reason I didn't today. Okay, we're going to put some more of our chips on the top. I love the way these corn chips kind of give it a tamale feel. We've got those corn chips that soak up all the goodie. Now we'll put the rest of our meat mixture. I love these scan pans because the metal utensils do not scratch them. You don't have to worry about it. I got mine from Sur La Table, and I was in there one day where I was working when the representative from the company was there, and their maid I think it's in Denmark, and they have a lot more stringent rules on the non-stick than the U.S. has. They have certain things they can and can't use, and they don't flake off like some of ours does, that's made here or that has made in a country where there's no rules to how they make it. So, Scan Pan, SCANPAN. And I'm not affiliated with them. I just like the product. They're not cheap. You usually get what you pay for, you know. But if you'll watch the sales at Sur La Table, they put good sales on, and that's when I've gotten the ones that I've gotten. Besides when I worked there and got my employee discount. That's when I first started getting them. I like that employee discount, but when you get it, you got to go to work all the time. Okay, I'm going to top this with my grated cheese. Somebody is paging my husband. Y'all can hear his phone. You probably could step outside and hear it, and not even have to hear it over the doing here. Okay, y'all, it's pretty. Looks like a casserole to me. I'm going to get it over there in the June oven, and I'll show y'all in a little bit what it looks like when it comes out. Okay, the chimes just went off on the June oven, so I'm going to run down here and get my casserole out and let y'all look at it while it's hot and bubbling. And then when it cools enough that I can scoop some out and it won't run all over the plate, I'll plate some up and show y'all what it looks like. Let me get it. Okay, I'm going to just let this cool for a little bit, because y'all know how it is when the cheese is all really melted, how it's just a goopy mess. So I'm going to let it set up just about 15 minutes, and then I'll come back and plate some and show y'all what it looks like. Okay, I got the casserole cooled. You can see the layers where I took some out. And I've got it plated up. And I've just sprinkled some green onions on the top, and you could chop some cilantro and serve it also with some sour cream. Okay, I'm going to taste this casserole because I'm hungry. I'm going to prove to y'all how good it is. It's hot. And I'm a baby, I don't want to burn my mouth, so I'm going to blow it a little bit. It's my germs going on it, and it's going in my mouth so I can blow on it. I got a friend that won't eat birthday cake because little kids blow their candles out, and she don't want their germs. I never thought about it. It didn't kill me, and I've always eaten birthday cake. Let me get my tea. Like I told y'all, that corn tortillas in there kind of gives it the like maza, like what's on your tamales, and the mixture that you put in, it's really good. So this is quick and easy, and it makes the 9 by 13. But if like there's just a couple of you, get you some of those little half size throwaway tin pans and make 2 casseroles and eat one, cover the other one, put you some wax paper down over the top, and then wrap it in foil, and you can freeze it, and you'll have a freezer meal. And that holds true with most of the casseroles I make. You could divide it into 2 or 3 smaller ones and stock your freezer with it. But I'm going to probably serve this with a little pecani sauce and some sour cream. And we're going to have lunch here pretty soon. I'm so glad y'all came back to the kitchen and visited with me. It seems like forever since I've been in here with you. It's only been 8 days, but I've had a good break. I've enjoyed the kids being here for Christmas and all of the rushing around and doing and fixing. I'm just in my element doing that. I love it. So y'all be right back here in a day or two for something else good, and it won't be something sweet right now. I'm tired of sweets. So we'll have something good, and we'll visit again. And if I found out something that I think y'all need to know, I'll be sure and remember to tell you. Let me add this also. I got some beautiful Christmas cards from some of y'all, and I appreciate it so much. In fact, I got quite a few, and it just warmed my heart to go to the mailbox. And then I went to the mailbox, and I had a couple of packages. Well, I hadn't ordered anything for the P.O. box in town, and I had it's like a 9 by 13, but it's little loaf, to bake little loaves of stuff, and 4 little individual bunt pans from Barbara Coyle in San Antonio. That was such a wonderful surprise. And then I had, it seemed like there was something else in there. It was that and that. And then I had a cannon mat, a handmade cannon mat. And on here, she's Peacemaker. And right now, her real name has slipped my mind. And a bowl cozy to put in the microwave. Just beautiful. And I had that in a package mailed to me. So I'll use both of those and always think about it, because she's a quilter. You know, you piece quilts, the Peacemaker. And it brought peace, P-E-A-C-E, to me to get that nice, something she took time to make herself meant a whole lot to me. So I just want y'all to know that everything, every card, every text, every email has meant the world and all to me, and I appreciate it. And I thank y'all for being subscribed to my channel and helping it to grow. I'm praying that the Lord will bless me this year and let my channel to grow just more beyond my wildest expectations, and I can reach other people and let y'all know how good food tastes and how sweet the good Lord is. Good Lord bless and keep y'all, and I'll be back here in a day or two with something good.